I've been in this class for 4 years. I think Mr. Cutler's a great teacher. He's taught me a lot.
We have a head start on the construction industry.
Mr. Cutler stresses about safety all the time.
I've really found that I can work with carpentry. I'm very talented with that.
If we enjoy it, it allows us to have, as Mr. Cutler would say, tools in our toolbox.
By coming to school and working hard, and because that's the one thing industry says, send me some students who will show up for work.
I have with me today Dr. Julie Alligood, Superintendent, Lawrence County Schools. There is a pile of teachers in these classrooms today.
There are. We're having a great time today. We're learning from each other.
And I've been going room to room. I saw your room first, but I've been going room to room. And number one, you got a lot of camera shy teachers.
Yes, we do.
You seem to be getting used to it because you've been on TV so
I'm
much.
trying. It's not my favorite thing still.
Well, you've got it down. Mind over matter, right?
Right, exactly.
What's going on today?
We had a professional learning day scheduled for today, and probably about 2 months or so ago, I had a really good idea late one night.
That's when they
That's
come
when
in.
they all come to
I
us,
agree.
and I got together with some people on my leadership team, and I said, I think this would be great. Dr. Greer had actually done something similar to this in another district she worked in, and she'd been talking about it probably 6 months ago, and I thought, we could do something like that and really learn from each other. And I think that's really important because I think so many teachers have so much to offer, and there are so many good things going on in classrooms, and I get to see all that because I can go in any classroom in the district, but they don't get to learn from each other. And so we thought it would be better than bringing somebody in from outside.
Yep.
And so we created some sessions. We had on a volunteer basis. Now I did draft a few, but a volunteer basis, people filled out a little form and said they wanted to do it and told us what technology they'd need and all that kind of good stuff. And then we sent out a survey and they signed up for the classes. We had them sign up for 4 classes, hoping that we'd get in everybody in at least 2 of the 4 that they were interested in. So.
One thing that stands out to me going room to room, they're very engaged, and you're watching video as I talked with Dr. Alligood, but you can see for yourself on TV, but they are so engaged, so they are enjoying this day.
I think they are. I had, on the way up to the office, I had several stop and say, I don't know if this was your idea or somebody's idea. I said, well, it was a team effort. They said, well, it was great. This is so much fun learning from each other. So.
And I read late last night after many meetings, but 7-8 pages of notes that things you're covering today. Would you share with us just a few of those things?
We are covering everything from how to do a mock trial to co-teaching to how to use Google Chromebooks in the classroom. My session's called The Big Picture. People who want to know actually those big picture items that are going on across the state and the district, how they play in their classroom. We've got some sessions on writing across the curriculum. I mean, it's just a huge variety. How to teach math in small groups. I mean, it's just all over the place. So.
Well, I'm amazed, and I know we have a big payroll for teachers in Lawrence County, and I see them all here today. How many teachers, educators, I should say, is on campus here at East Lawrence?
We had, of course, teachers, administrators, and parapros come today, and I think we had 537 or so register for today. So give or take, that's about the number we have.
One thing I admire about you personally is breaking down those barriers. That river bridge,
right?
Is what
We've
I call
really worked hard on that this year.
Not literally the river bridge, y'all, but the proverbial river bridge. Because I've heard several comments just the little time I've been here is, I didn't know East Lawrence was this nice. I hadn't been to East Lawrence.
Yeah.
Why not? We're one school system.
Right. We are one school system, and one of our big focuses this year, and it actually sprang out of our advanced ed report last year, it became very real to us that people across the community thought that an education in one school was not like an education in another school. And so we've really tried to be one school system instead of a system of schools. And so we call that the L. We've got to get the L together, so it's a work in progress. I said, now if we're playing basketball on a Friday night, it's okay to be team oriented,
right.
But otherwise we're on the same team and we're all working to have the best education for our students regardless what school they go to.
And I don't want to put you on the spot here, but I believe, I'm going to get calls about what I'm about to say, so y'all go ahead and get on Facebook and call. I think it's good East Lawrence and West Lawrence not playing each other
Right.
in football, basketball, as you just mentioned, whatever, because people say we need that rivalry. We don't need that rivalry. We need to do just what you just said. We're one community, one school
We are.
system, and I think that has helped our schools because I hear East Lawrence, everything West Lawrence done this year, pulling for them, going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Same at West Lawrence, pulling for
Yeah.
East Lawrence. So I think that helps. And a lot of people that love sports, and I love sports too, but there's more than sports in our school
Right.
system, isn't it?
Right. The reason we're here is to educate children
Yes.
and to
Amen.
give them opportunities to further advance themselves and to be great community members when they leave. And I really think we need to keep that focus. And sure, sports is a big part of it. My kids have always played
Yeah.
sports. My husband did. I was a nerd, but
Yeah.
but anyway, I think that's important. But we want to educate the whole child.
That's right.
And that's been a lot of fun this year, bringing everybody together. And we hope to strengthen that in the years to come.
How does it make you feel on a personal level? You taught here at East Lawrence, didn't you?
I did.
Taught at
Room 104.
Room 104. She still got it down. Principal over at the primary school, now superintendent. But
Yeah.
how does it make you feel on a personal level when you're at a store in town and run into one of your students that has grown up and now in the community?
Funny you mentioned that. Three of my participants in my first session had been my students, and they walked in and said, "We were in a room together not too far down the hall." And I said, "Yeah, we were. Y'all want to go back down there and talk about King Arthur, or you want to stay here and talk about the big picture?" So it's great. But I love, now I've touched generations, and that was one thing I enjoyed about being at the primary school, because I had taught their parents here, and then they were my parents there. So. But I love being in all the schools. I've lived on the west side all my life, so I have relationships over there
That's right.
too. So pretty much, I don't really go in a school that I don't feel comfortable in.
What's
So
the most fun about being superintendent of Orange County Schools?
I can go in any room I want to and see great instruction, and then I can go toted everywhere I want to. So that's probably the most fun thing.
And you don't have to get a hall pass.
No, I don't, and I can hug on as many children as I want.
Well, we come from families of huggers, so
Yeah, that's
I'll
right.
have to say that about both of us.
Right. So it's a
Well,
lot of fun.
congratulations on putting this together and staying up late, whatever
Hey,
night it
my
was.
district office team was phenomenal. I mean, Lance, I had a board meeting last night, so
Right.
I pretty much had to dump part of that on them. And my technology team, boy, they're great. I mean, he texted me at about 8 o'clock last night. We got everything finished. And I felt like a dog, because not that I could have done his job, but I did feel like I needed to be there holding their hand, so to speak. But
And you do
they
have
did
a great
job.
team, no doubt. And that technology department, that's something. When I was coming through East Lawrence, we didn't know what technology was. The internet
Right.
didn't exist. And
It's huge.
yeah.
Education has changed.
Yeah.
It sure has. but-
Last thing, y'all approved at the board meeting last night, a brand new football coach here at East
We
Lawrence
did.
High School. Tell
Yep.
me about that.
Chris Robinson, he's been here. His wife was one of my teachers at the primary school. They have really inducted themselves so well in the East Lawrence community, and I think he will not only be have an impact on that football field, but I think he'll have an impact in our students' lives.
Yeah, he
So
already
I told him
has.
last night, I said, "I'm so glad you're going to be,
Yeah.
having an impact on those sweet children."
Yeah,
so
that's right.
yeah,
And
very sweet spirit.
He's already had an impact. I know you'll agree with that. Fine
Yeah.
Christian family,
Yes,
good
yes.
good morals, things that going back to educating the whole child.
Right.
That's important as part of
Right.
that package right there. So
Right.
Chris Robertson, the new football coach here at East Lawrence. A lot of you call him Robo affectionately.
That's right.
And we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with Coach Chris Robertson, the new head coach here at East Lawrence High School.
I expect to learn a lot about all the trades, especially masonry, because that's something I really enjoy doing.
Basically operate any other equipment you would use in a construction class in everyday life. It's giving me life skills that I can pass on to future generations.
It is a school club that people can join, and it's basically to get you ready for the future.
I really appreciate West Lawrence High School for letting this be possible for us to have this construction class.
The bottom line is it's all about the kids. And my number one mission is to help these kids learn a trade to the point where they can become gainfully employed.
As promised, Coach Chris Robertson. A lot of you affectionately call him Robo around campus, but first of all, congratulations on being the new head coach at East Lawrence High School.
Well, thank you. I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to get to work as soon as possible.
Of course, you're not new to the campus here at East Lawrence. You've been here for, what, 5 years now?
This is my 5th year. I've coached girls soccer for the last 5 years and been assistant football coach and do FCA, and I've taught driver's ed and girls weightlifting, boys weightlifting, and health and PE.
And had a few successful years at soccer.
We've had a good run. We've had 4 years where we made the playoffs and 2 region championships, and hopefully we'll be successful this year. We've had a good start to the season.
Okay, first day on the job as head coach. What's going on?
Well, in my mind, we've got a teacher in service day, and we're supposed to be listening to the meetings and things, but I'm thinking about hiring a staff and getting that organized and getting middle school football organized, because it's not just a high school football program, it's the total program from 6th to 12th grade, getting to know those kids, building the relationship with those kids from 6th grade to 12th grade. So when those middle school kids get up here, they'll already know the coaches and already know the system and all that good stuff. So it's the total program, it's just not the high school program.
And how important is weightlifting to your coaching?
It's very important, because strength and agility is very important to the game. We've done a good job. Coach Gay and Coach Mulkey have done a good job in the weight room. We've made some huge strides already there this year. Kids are getting stronger. When we go play teams in our region, when we face Screven County, we'd face teams like that. They would talk about things their kids are doing. Well, we're not there yet, but we're making gains to where we're going to get to that point pretty soon.
And we're in a tough region, Coach. I mean, the task at hand is a tough one. Going in, what's out there. You've been coaching for years. Like, you coached over at Dublin at first. You came over to East Lawrence, so you've been coaching for years. We're in a tough region, aren't we?
We're in a tough region with, you got 2 region champs coming into our region with Dodge County and Washington County. And that presents a great challenge, just those 2 names themselves. But then you throw Dublin and Blakely County and the 2 Macon schools, Northeast and Southwest, in there. So we got a great challenge ahead of us. But I think what I'm excited about is the kids that we got coming back. One of the advantages I have is that I know them, and I know what they can do. There's no going to be a grace period. I know what they can do. So, putting those kids in position to be successful, I think we got a great opportunity.
Okay, you hear that, kids. There's a lot of expectation, right, Coach?
I think so. I think there's a lot of kids coming back that have been playing on Friday nights, and so there's a lot. I expect great things out of them.
Okay. The new coach here at East Lawrence, you looking good in that gold and black right there.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Chris Robertson, the new coach here at East Lawrence High School. Thank you for joining us today.